So, your legumes. So I got myself a little selfie stick so you can see me from a different vantage, or a little less close up, so you don't see how big the pores in my face are, like, I mean, like when I call my brother sometimes on video call, he'll, I don't know why, but he'll put the phone like right up to his pimple, It's like, dude, like, pull the phone away from your freaking zit, And so, like I said, man, it's crazy out here. We got a lot of people on standby because of fires and stuff, and it's getting a little crazy because the winds are really high. So it's it's a little bit worrisome. I put a video out to describe what was I describing? I forgot. I was describing something. Well, anyway, the power got knocked out again today because of the winds. So this is the second time in like 2 weeks our power got knocked out. They fixed it pretty quick, but luckily it didn't affect the grocery stores, because when that happens, that can be a real pain in the ass, you know what I mean? So, just thought I'd do a little video. I guess just for, because I got my selfie stick, why not? And yeah, I don't necessarily have to use this headphone set, but because of the wind, it's probably a necessity. And there's a little traffic going, so not too bad right now. Yeah, so what I used to do out here, and I probably kind of should do it again because the food's kind of good actually, is go to these church dinners they have. It's free food, it's wholesome usually. I mean, sometimes the families are cheapskates and it's really garbage, like hot dogs and, bullshit, but a lot of times it's really actually a pretty damn wholesome food. Really good, actually. But when you do that, you put yourself in a position where all the homeless people, they want to kind of get nosy and find out what you're up to, and then what are you going to end up doing? You're going to talk in with the homeless again. I don't want to be, too social with the homeless. I mean, I have a couple I'll talk to exclusively because they were born and raised here. So that makes a big difference. They were born and raised in Thousand Oaks, and that's the way it is. So I kind of give them respect, where it's deserved, because they're locals, even though I'm not officially a local. But this selfie stick's pretty cool, now I don't have to hold the phone up, like really cool. I like it. Got it for $2.99. I don't know how much you get yours for, but mine was $2.99. So right here is where they got this hobby shop here, and they fly some really cool drones, test them out, but they test them out basically above the car lot. And I'm not sure if that's really a good idea. I mean, wouldn't they run into issues a lot? Like, wouldn't they run into a lot of issues? Like, once in a while, the drones would freaking, fail, and then they'd fall right on a car, right? Isn't that how it works? When the drone falls, it'll drop right on a car. But I guess the drones are so kick-ass these days that they're not worried about it. And even if they do mess up a car, I guess they got good insurance or something. How else are they going to sell them, you know, to people if they can't test them out, you know? So this video, you know, I'm giving a shout out to all those newbies, the subscribers. You know, some of the names are kind of convoluted and stuff. I'll be honest with you, I don't exactly know who all is subscribed to me. I have to do some stuff with my tools, figure out, you know, like when most sites, they have how many people are subscribed, but they also have like other shit. I'm not sure how to do some of the stuff. So, okay, so I'm not that tech savvy. Even though I was like the first one, or my brother was, to have one of the first good home computers, like in 1977 or something. Was it called a North Star computer? And it was pretty cool. I learned how to do some stuff, even in programming. I learned how to do print programs where I could actually print, you know, and make, like I made this Donkey Kong thing image, and it was just like almost a video game. You're watching it like a video game, and I did that just because my brother told me how to do it. It was basic programming. It was really easy to do the print stuff, but anything else is difficult. Like, you have to be an expert to do the other stuff. But nobody had computers back then. Nobody. So I'm just walking around sweating. Probably should have used some freaking deodorant, because now I'm sweating like a dog. But yeah, I'll just explain something to you. I get on Ktalk. I'll get on it tonight. And there's this talk show host, and he's always trying to say, hey, look, man, you know, don't do this and don't complain and do this. But just tell me, what do you want to talk about? Anything, you know, you can talk about anything. But he keeps saying that. Don't talk about this, don't talk about that, but go ahead and talk about whatever you want. So he convolutes, or he contradicts what he's saying. And I think it's a technique talk show hosts use to kind of inflict, you know, kind of like, what do you call it? Minor damage to your social skills, because they know as soon as you start trying to do it, talk about the subject, they're gonna act like you're whining or make up a word to effectively shoot down your conversation as you're trying to talk about it. And some talk show hosts will use your, you know, conspiracy theorist / nut job, tinfoil hat wearer, whatnot. And other ones will just bulldoze you as you're trying to talk, and then act like they're giving you plenty of time to talk. But then every time you bring up your subject, you know, they'll act like you're complaining, or they'll use whiner. And it's like, dude, what I'm doing is I'm using critical thinking. I'm bringing up a subject you encourage people to talk about, which is any subject. But then, you know, you're making it a point not, you know, to let me get past a certain crescendo in the conversation, acting like it's my fault. So that's not going to happen. When I get on, you know, I'm not going to always talk about lovey-dovey stuff and, you know, stuff that's just going to make you, you know, just want to just have a conversation with me. A lot of times it is going to be stuff that is generally stuff that news censors, news sites will censor and stuff like that. I'll talk about stuff that nobody wants to really cover, or maybe they've gone over it too many times. But the truth of the matter is, you know, a lot of times when I call and I want to talk about something, there is a complaint format about it. It has nothing to do about whining. It has to do about serious situations, like, you know, all the people who sold all their stock months before, or even a month and a few months before MGM had the shooting. And, or the guy who owned the Building 7 at 9/11 that came down. They said it was due to too much fire, but as you can see, Building 7 didn't have a lot of smoke coming from it. So that's bullshit. All right? That building didn't fall into its own footprint because of major fires. There wasn't even any evidence that the thing was burning. Okay? It came down in a controlled demolition. But, you know, when you try to tell these talk show hosts this stuff, I think they're afraid of losing their job, so they kind of have a combat with you about it. You know, yet they'll sit there and try to act like they're giving you plenty of opportunities to talk, when really, as soon as you start bringing it up, they bulldoze your conversation. So I'm going to get on tonight. We'll see if he does the same thing. You know, and there's all kinds of stuff that's going on in the world right now, like a lot of these fires, even though there was a Muslim immigrant from Mexico, he was illegal. He started one of the fires apparently, but a lot of these fires, they're starting to make it like the insurance places are set up at these places where the people that are now homeless go, but the people that are now homeless are finding out that there's all of a sudden, you know, all these restrictions involved to get what they had before, to the point where they cannot live in the same area anymore. And there's speculation that these fires were deliberately set so that they could, and you'll see this on my Facebook page, James Clark, Thousand Oaks, or my YouTube channel, J.A. Tony Clark. And I don't know if I have it on my YouTube channel in my liked videos or whatever, but yeah, they're making it so once a fire has taken all your shit, now you can't rebuild in the same place because there's all these new restrictions, you know, and they're saying it has to do with the UN agenda, Agenda 21. I'm sure you all heard about Agenda 21, which is also something a lot of talk show hosts will just tell you is bullcrap and is, you know, tinfoil hat, you know, wearing kind of subjects, or conspiracy theorists, which I think is just a term the CIA invokes a lot, so people can use it to basically just call people a nut job. Basically just say your opinion stinks, mine doesn't. Your opinion stinks because you're a conspiracy theorist, mine doesn't, you know. But I can just turn it around and say you're a conspiracy theorist, okay, because you're conspiring against my opinion, you know. So anyway, so I'm thinking a lot of these fires are actually deliberately set. Maybe it does have something to do with Agenda 21 and depopulating people from areas on purpose. So we'll see what happens with that, because I in fact, just pay attention to my last, I think it was Facebook I shared it with. A lady was talking about it. She was making a lot of sense. She was English, but she was making a lot of sense. And I got this drink today, cucumber berry. It's got $11 Gs of fiber in it. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that's what I'm shooting for whenever I get these drinks. I don't like it when they make these leafy green or fruit drinks or whatnot, and they take all the fiber out of them on purpose. It's like, oh yeah, the drink would cost too much if we kept the fiber in, so let's just take it out, and then we can use the fiber for some other product, you know. It's hot as fuck out today. I mean, it is hot as fuck. I better drink this juice drink before it gets hot, literally. Literally speaking, hot. So shout out to Jason, Jeff, Jamie. Those are my family, extended family. Shout out to all those people who subscribed. You know, I'm not going to lie to you, man. For some reason, I try to queue up my subscribers. I think a lot of my subscribers want to remain, you know, anonymous. You know, because just for whatever reason, which is fine. But once in a while, I'll get a notification somebody subscribed. And I think the Golden Walrus was one of them, so I want to shout out to him. I think he's, I subscribe to him. He's basically a drinking channel, okay? Look, I'm not shooting down people that are drinking, on their channel. I just think that, for me personally, like what I'm doing, I would, first of all, I'd have to start drinking. Then I'd have kind of a lack of content because I'd probably get drunk and then I wouldn't be able to kind of come up with stuff to talk about. So, and I had an experience with a band a long time ago. One of the guitarists just became an alcoholic outright. When I say alcoholic, I mean drunk on stage to the point where he couldn't do what he needed to do, and that's the kind of stuff that people get fired for. You know what I mean? You can't be drunk while you're at the job. You know what I mean? That's just the bottom line. If you are in a band and you get drunk every time you jam, well, that's well and good if he can hold his own, but it's not too likely. Most people aren't going to be able to jam tight. They're going to, they're not going to be able to do their leads. They're not going to be able to do a lot of stuff. So I don't, Golden Walrus is cool though. He's really mellow and laid back. And he doesn't sound like he's drunk when he's talking. And he puts down a bunch of, Colt 45s and stuff. And he maintains his personality, it seems like. I've never seen anyone live on their YouTube channel, like puke or fall unconscious, but I'm sure it happens, even to the best of them. But yeah, it's, for me, it's got to be about something else. I'm 53 and I can't be talking about just getting ripped on alcohol all the time because I would lose. I might even gain a lot of subscribers though, but I wouldn't have any content. My content would be lacking, and anything I brought up would probably be lacking, and I'd probably end up in the long run losing subscribers. But that's just an educated guess. So it's hot as fuck out here. I'm probably getting a tan. I'm sitting here facing the sun, getting a little vitamin D. And I'm kind of pissed off right now because the people controlling my budget are fucking being pricks. And I'm not happy about it. It's either I sue them or I get my way through my doctor's note. If my doctor doesn't write a note that says he's good with me taking the vitamins and he thinks it's necessary for me to take the vitamins, if I don't get that note from him, I'm not going to be able to have the extra $300 for supplements. I'm not going to do the testosterone though. I found out that once you start taking testosterone, as soon as you quit, your body doesn't produce it anymore. So I'm just going to keep with the 500 plus testosterone level I got, which isn't bad for my age at all. And I'm just going to live with it, because if I fucking take the testosterone and I get to a point where I don't have enough in the future to keep paying for it, or I'm not covered, once you quit taking that stuff, you won't have testosterone anymore. So that's not going to happen. I'm just going to stay doing what I do the way I do it, because that's the best outcome. That's going to be the best outcome. And already I'm bigger than a lot of guys in Gold's Gym that are in their late 20s, early 30s. I'm already bigger than them. And when I joined the gym, I was skinny as fuck. Like 11 months ago or whatever, I was skinny as a motherfucker. What's going on, man?
What's happening? Woo!
What's up?
So, I was just saying, hey.
Oh, all right. So somebody just said, hey, I don't know who he was, but it's all good. So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, just take the vitamins, and if I have to spend extra for them because of this fucking trust, I'll be pissed. I'll be fucking pissed. Because without magnesium and without magnesium and without iron, man, I'll fucking fall flat on my face. And then the doctor I'll fucking sue his ass. If he doesn't okay the vitamins and I'm short of vitamins, nutrients because I'm fucking working out and I end up fainting or dropping a weight on myself, well, of course then he'll be liable. So the way to avoid that is to just say you're good with it. You know, don't write me a prescription, just say, yeah, it's a good thing he takes these supplements and I agree he needs to take them. That's all you have to say. Otherwise, fuck off. I'll get another doctor, man. I'm tired of dealing with your ass. You know what I mean? Man, somebody was on YouTube talking about, oh fuck, I went over. All right.